Welcome back to the Real Estate Huddle, and we are here to talk about more trails coming to Highlands Ranch. And we're super excited about this. This is episode 126. And basically, if you are interested in Highlands Ranch, a lot of times it's because of the trail system. And so as we talk about Highlands Ranch, you guys, we've got 70 miles already of interconnected trail system that runs through the communities, all of the open space that is, just basically little valleys between neighborhoods and sections, subsections of Highlands Ranch have these trails running through them. I see, joggers, marathon runners, bikers all the time out there taking advantage of these paths. It's one of the most active communities in the world, and pretty cool in the largest HOA in the country. And so now, what if you even added more to that? That's what we're going to talk about today. Huge announcement that's been approved. And before we get to that, though, let's talk about just the general person that is moving to Colorado. Oftentimes, when we talk to people that are coming here this direction, we're always talking to people that are like, I love the outdoors. I love backpacking. I love hiking, bike riding, mountain biking, even the paved road riders. They're big on Colorado because they know that this is a place where they can do that a lot. And so this has been a pretty big announcement, you guys. Douglas County is planning on donating roughly 202 acres of land near Griggs Road, which could mean more trails, more open space, and even more mountain biking opportunities for residents coming. And so today we're going to talk through that, what the current trail system looks like, a little more in depth in Highlands Ranch. And then we're going to talk about why it's such a huge draw for buyers and what this new land donation could mean for the future of outdoor recreation here in Highlands Ranch, Colorado. So as we do this, Highlands Ranch is 20 miles or 20 minutes, I would say, south of Denver, just to get some perspective if you're coming here from out of state. So a suburb that's really close and connected to the Denver lifestyle. You can still get down and see a Broadway musical. You can still get down and see a ball game or whatever it is that the nightlife in Denver. But you can be 20 minutes away and have this amazing community that's its own town, 100,000 people, and you've got all these trails and systems throughout it. 26 parks, 70 miles of trails currently. All of the trails kind of lead to the different parks too, the outdoor recreation. So families with young kids love it because you can go take a walk through your neighborhood and then end up at a playground. And that makes my 5-year-old really happy. So so as we're talking about the current setup, what do you guys enjoy about that? About how Highlands Ranch is set up right now?
I love the proximity of it, right? So you've got trails that are kind of cross-country oriented. They've got single track, they've got double track. There's some good elevation in there. There's some good technical stuff, but it's so convenient. So I know working
in 10 seconds, they now know that you're a huge bike rider.
Yeah,
mountain biker.
I loved it because I could go for an hour and a half, 2 hours in the morning before work and catch the sunrise and go take care of it. And go get after it and just be fueled for the whole day. So, and it's just close. I didn't have to drive anywhere. It was right out of my driveway. So
that's what I was going to say. It makes it so easy to go on a bike ride or go on a quick hike or walk or whatever, because you can get to these trails from your neighborhood. Some people from their backyard, in a lot of places. So
totally. And just the overall, it makes you happy, right? Vitamin D, being outside, getting exercise, being active, that's a big ingredient to happiness, low stress, style living. And that's what I think a lot of people appreciate about Highlands Ranch and what it offers. So
yeah, and the convenience of it. So, because typically Front Range from Highlands Ranch, if you want to go to any of the Front Range trails like Lair of the Bear, Mount Falcon, Waterton Canyon, that's 15 to 30 minutes for a drive time. So to being able to have that close by, and some of them are even private trails, which are exclusive, so you don't have to deal with as much traffic. So it's a lot nicer.
Totally.
So, and it's a good area you can take a 3-year-old who's just learning how to ride a bike back there, and it's challenging enough for somebody who's a pro rider or someone who's more experienced to be able to go faster and handle that same type of terrain at a higher speed. So it provides a fun on both ends of the spectrum.
Don't your kids learn at 18 months though? Isn't that when you put them on the bike?
So yeah, how old's your new baby? We're gonna
5 days? So. No, 4 days.
4 days. You're slacking, so she should be pedaling already. So.
Yeah. All right, we'll try to work on that. We're trying to get her to gain an ounce of weight first. That's awesome. And I think like you have different sections, right? So like if you're a mountain biker, backcountry wilderness area is like the prime location to be able to mountain bike. And like you said, Brock, like the ups and down little hills, it's nothing too steep of a climb. Like some of the climbs that you have in the Denver metro area that are, just tougher and more rigorous. It's just fun. I love taking like the little 30, 45-minute loop that I've done with you a few times. And it's just like great exercise, but you feel energized and rejuvenated. So
yeah, and
it's awesome.
It's at about 5,800 feet of elevation. So you get up to about 6,000. The highest point in Highlands Ranch, which is right behind Mount Vista High School. Up there, they've got a compass and you can see all the way down to Pikes Peak. You can see Devil's Head Lookout. So it gives you a really good viewpoint for a lot of things there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
In the right season, you've got the elk migration that's going right kind of through some of this. So that's one reason why they never developed any of this area.
That's
so
cool.
That's where the elk will come through. So, and then in the wintertime, they'll actually allow cows to run in the pasture and sit out there too to help take care of the vegetation. So
Highlands Ranch was just a big ranch before, right? It was just open lands, and then it got developed on starting in the early 80s. And it was this big 40-year plan of a community that's very well organized, amazing development that has now blossomed into what it is today. So it's pretty cool. We get to reap the benefits of the whole thing being like basically complete now, which is awesome.
Yeah. So Highlands Ranch has the 4 indoor rec centers with outdoor spaces with them, but the 5th rec center is the backcountry wilderness area, and I mean they even have. You can do a lottery system to go elk hunting back there. Mm-hmm. So it's got a lot to offer. They do horseback riding, all sorts of stuff. So
that's pretty cool. And then your road bikers, the big draw for road biking is you've got bike lanes like throughout the whole city on all the main roads, which is pretty cool and unique for a town to have. And then you've got access to the Chatfield Reservoir Trail, which takes you from, Highlands Ranch, basically. You can cut through like kind of the underpass on Santa Fe, right? And where that connects to C470, it takes you all the way down to Chatfield Reservoir. And you can ride all the way around the huge lake there and get more Colorado nature and beauty.
Yeah, so you get the Highline Canal, which is right along that way. You got the stuff that goes into Chatfield. Mm-hmm. You got the Douglas County East-West Trail, which kind of starts over that Santa Fe Highlands Ranch Parkway area. That goes from there all the way back and goes all the way over to Lone Tree and the bluffs over there.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty cool.
It covers a lot of distance, so there's a lot of miles there.
It's awesome. Cool. Not to mention dog walkers. We have dog parks that run through the open space in Highlands Ranch. All the trails lead to those. There's 2 dog parks, I want to say. Or is there 3?
There's 3.
3.
So
okay.
Marcy, Foothills, and then there's another one over on the east side.
Okay. Sweet. So, and lots of people own dogs here. It just seems like 80% of people here in Highlands Ranch are dog owners.
Yeah. So if you're a veterinarian, you want to live in Colorado because you can take care of everybody's second, fur babies, right?
Yep.
So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Awesome. So with that said, there's more. It has been fully developed, but now we've got this new announcement, 202 acres of land donation in Douglas County. You attended like meetings for this and everything, right, with the town. So like, tell us more about what that was like, how this came together.
Yeah. So the HRJC is the high school, the Highlands Ranch Junior Cycling Association. So we've got a club that we've got the middle schoolers for development riders and all the high schools. So all 8 high schools in Highlands Ranch all funnel into one club. And this was a big deal for us to try and do that. So we actually brought the team out and went to the community board meetings and got some of the kids to say, how much mountain biking has been an impact because we train on those trails in the backcountry. Yeah. So we actually are kind of spearheaded right from Mount Vista, and we kind of disperse from there and ride and then come back. So, and you'll see us out there quite often. And
that's awesome.
It was fun to get, see high schoolers like giving testimony meetings essentially of, what mountain bike has meant to them. So
that's cool. And these are kids that aren't on screens, right?
Yeah.
They're out in the wilderness, biking, getting exercise, like doing all these things that are good for them.
Yeah, just a great group of kids. It's just been amazing to see that. And so as this has come through for votes and stuff, apparently before it was proposed to be open space, they were trying to make it a sports complex, and the neighbors, and I think it's the Hearth community there that would back up to this. We're like, no, we've been staring at open space for 25 years. We don't want anything. So that vote did not pass. So we were at a point where Douglas County was going to dictate what was going to happen to that land. So somebody proposed to do this open space. So it's 202 acres. They're going to have like double track trails that join from the East-West Trail and go meander through this area. No impacts on the wildlife. They've got their migration lanes that are still going to stay open. The presentation was actually really stellar, so I was really impressed with what they put together. And in addition to some of the things that they're going to do for the improvements, since they have the crew out there, they're going to be doing all the excavating and moving things around with all the equipment. They're going to add on to somewhere on the west side of Griggs Road. They're going to add in some mountain bike only trails as well. So they're going to do a skills park. They're going to have a parking lot that's going to be kind of excavated down, and they're going to build a berm so the neighborhood's not going to be able to see the parking lot. There's very great sight lines with it too. So they had a Google 3D viewer that they were able to rotate through all the different angles and stuff like that. So it was a really impressive presentation. And
that's awesome.
Ultimately, I mean, this was in August all the way through, I think November is when they finally put the vote in and it passed. So
pretty cool.
So now the county's donating the land and I think $20 million for the renovation cost, if you will. And HRCA is going to put in some extra money just because they got the equipment here. It's already just a small, like 25% increase to just expand and do the other track.
Cool.
And do that kind of stuff. So we're going to have directional only trails for mountain biking, like I say, a skills park. So that'll be really nice to see all that come together. And because right now we got to go to Castle Rock or Cherry Creek or some other places to get to a skills park before we can do that. So now we'll have one locally and we'll use that to develop more talent. So
that's awesome. And any more like paved trails too, or is it all dirt trails?
It's all going to be dirt.
Okay.
So
cool.
There'll be it'll be just like the East-West Trail for the double track for that 202 acres.
Yeah.
It'll be a double track that's paved or gravel essentially, but it's a hard surface. So and then there'll be some more natural terrain and some of the mountain biking stuff.
Awesome.
So
that's exciting.
And they're going to pave Griggs Road and put a roundabout in right where the parking lot will join with that. So right now Griggs Road has been a gravel road, and that's kind of been a sore spot for a lot of people traveling back there. So it'll be nice to keep the dust down and go do that.
That's cool. So this is affecting a lot of homeowners, and what type of effect do you think it really has on the neighborhood and people here as far as real estate goes?
Yeah, I think that, like you were saying earlier, this affects real estate a lot because buyers moving to Colorado, especially from out of state and things like that, prioritize their outdoor recreation, walkability, trail access, and open space views. So they're really about that outdoor life, and then also just being able, like Brock said, to get around easier is a huge thing. And then research consistently shows that homes near trails, parks, open space often command higher demand and stronger resale value as well. So that's another huge plus.
Definitely. Especially when you're backing to it.
Yeah.
It's like $50,000 adjustment in most cases. In the luxury market, it could be 75 to 100 sometimes back into that open space compared to the neighbor across the street. So definitely makes a difference. And when there's more like to do and more, because that's a sad thing about the open space. It's fun to look at, but we haven't been able to use it that much.
Yeah.
Right. Other than the trails that are there. And so having more trails allows people to actually use that space. And I think it just became more valuable. So
yeah,
it's kind of
cool. And it's in this lane that hasn't been used. So it goes, from Griggs Road all the way over to Monarch and north of Griggs Road where it loops around. So from the Hearth neighborhood. So it's a big section back there that's going to be covered. So, and they were going to put the parking lot over off of by Rock Canyon High School, but there's kind of a blind corner as you're coming around on Monarch there, and it's a dangerous intersection, so it just wasn't a safe spot, and they didn't want to have to redevelop the whole road, so they moved over to the Griggs Road side. Cool. So, but it'll be a wonderful location for a lot of people, and it's close by, so you can literally go from Chatfield all the way over to Lone Tree and never really have to ride on pavement.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's
and
great.
there's a lot of people that do a lot of trail running back there as well. So
Cool.
And if you time it right in the mornings, you can meet some of the local deer back there and wake yourself up. So
that's awesome. Very cool. Well, they're amenities that just add to our Colorado lifestyle and help us, enjoy the outdoor space that we have here in Highlands Ranch. And so, just to conclude it, Douglas County is potentially donating, and it sounds like it's approved, right?
Yeah,
so it's not potential anymore. It's happening. 202 acres of land near Griggs Road. And that'll include biking, mountain biking, hiking, and outdoor recreation opportunities for all the residents. We're super excited about it. It's going to be awesome. So if you know anyone who's planning on moving to the area and is like an outdoorsy person looking for trails and a great system like this, definitely have them reach out to us. We'd love to take them on a tour. Brock will take them on a mountain biking tour and go ride with them. We'll take you through the rec centers, the parks, and some of the homes out here that could absolutely change your happiness level, help you enjoy the outdoors more and enjoy the Colorado lifestyle. So thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.